Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Lackawanna College football. Jerrod Diggs joining us right now. And, Jerrod, you guys are having a special year. 9 wins in the tank. There's still one more to go and hopefully one after that. But let's talk about this special season there for the Falcons.
Well, it's going great right now. I feel like the chemistry is very good. And we're very close, especially for a football team. We're extremely close, and everybody's loving it. And we happy where we at, but we certainly not satisfied with the position we at right now. We definitely looking for a little bit more.
How about the position you play? Let's talk about what you can do. And Coach Duda had a lot of good things to say about you, saying that you're a pretty special guy.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm okay. I don't think I'm that good. I definitely got work to do, but it's a great honor for my coach to speak highly of me like that, especially with all the greats that came through. So definitely humble and grateful about that.
Let's talk a little bit about the weapons around you and guys that can make plays. And, of course, you're one of those guys that's making plays this year too.
Yeah. We loaded with talent, especially quarterback David. He's pretty good, and running back Booby. We got good receivers, Wide, Purdy, Prince, Mallory, Green. Our offensive line, the best in the nation by far. So we got a lot of weapons on offense, and definitely the most talented group I've ever been around.
You talk about what's winning games for you this year. Take us through some of the things that you see out there as a player for why the Falcons are so successful.
The things I see is that we got a lot of people that just love to win. Like it's just plays that you can't coach. That's definitely helping us win. Like whether it's one of our receivers catching the ball and the other one running 60 yards down the field to block for him, or just small stuff like that, like fumble recoveries. Like everybody just been making plays. Like everybody is hungry for making a play, and I think that's really what's making us successful right now.
Speaking about making plays, you seem to be a guy making some plays at that wide receiver position. Tell us about a couple highlights for you this weekend.
Well, my last game, it was a pretty quiet game. Definitely. It was quiet, especially by the season I've been having. It's been a quiet game, but last week I think I went 3 for like 53 or something like that. I'm not sure, but last week it was just really a game where I had to just go out and let other people have success by making blocks and taking on the double teams, getting my other teammates open. It was just stuff like that really for me last week, because it seemed like they was keying on me a lot. So really I just was a decoy really, but it was just a pretty quiet game.
Who was the guy who made that special catch in the end zone? Because that was a freak play.
Oh man, yeah. That's Wyatt Umar. Yeah, that was a crazy play, man. I was surprised he even made that catch. I was like, how do you even make that, man? I made a lot of plays this season, but I'm not sure I made that type of catch this season, though.
Yeah, that was definitely special. And, of course, you find your way to Lackawanna College via Washington, D.C., your hometown. Tell us about how you got to Lackawanna and what it's been like being around the coaches, going through the program, and, of course, you'll take that next step after Lackawanna.
Yeah. Well, originally after high school, I went to Marshall University, and I was there for a couple years, had some issues as far as grades and eligibility, and so I ended up, after my sophomore year, I ended up transferring to Lackawanna. I came up, talked to the coaches, and they pretty much told me exactly the route I had to take to get where I want to go. So from there, it was just a lot of hard work, a lot of long nights, and end up working my way to up the depth chart and everything. Had a couple trials and tribulations on the way, but I ended up pushing through, and here we are down week 10 and 9-0. So it's been a long road, but definitely a bright road.
And guys from all over the country, Jerrod, North Carolina and Maryland. You find yourself from, the D.C. area. You got guys from Pennsylvania here in the hometown. West Virginia, you go to Delaware or Florida or places like that. Guys are coming to Lackawanna to play some football, and as you said, working up that depth chart. There's so much competition just at Lackawanna. What's it like to try to hit the field there?
Well, it's definitely not for everyone, especially if if you're not a guy that don't like competition, you really won't like it. It's because it's just so many players are good. Is that if it doesn't push you to the next level, then it's gonna beat you down. And for me, it really pushed me to the next level, knowing that I'm not the best. I'm not considered the best from day one. That I had to work my way to be considered the best. And that was really the first time I ever came in, and I wasn't by far better than everybody else at the position. So it was definitely a new thing for me. But I think I did end up pushing through and realizing what I am capable of, and I think, but the talent that's just all around, it really kicked me into a next level. And I think that's what Lackawanna is all about. It's about talent. And it's about the talent that gets pushed either to the next level or the weak ones that falls out. And you definitely have to be strong coming in.
Jerrod, we talked with a few players this year at Lackawanna, and a lot of them seem to like the system that Coach Duda has. He's getting you up early. He's making sure you guys are in your study hall. Talk about that structure and consistency to kind of make sure that you get yourself going in the classroom so that next step is going to happen for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, here from day one, Coach Duda preached about coming in, then getting you out. So it's very pinpoint from the time he wakes you up to the time you go to class, eat breakfast, go work out, study hall. So it's really structured for success. There's no way you can really come in and screw up, because Coach Duda, he stay on top of us with pretty much everything. And the thing about him, he preach winning, and he always say, if we don't win in the morning by waking up, we can't win Saturday, because we lose guys from not going to class, from having bad grades. So he really stays on us about that stuff, because he wants us to get out and to do better things. And that's what the program all about. It's about getting out and doing better.
And you guys, you literally practice in what I would say is a very blue-collar practice facility. There's no way around it. But the product that you guys are putting out on the field, you guys are amongst the best in the country. So it's proud to see some of these guys go through the program at Lackawanna and make it at big-time schools. And then, of course, the guys that have made it to the NFL as well.
Yeah, definitely, because, I mean, they call it Lack like Savage, because pretty much that's exactly what it is. We don't have the practice facilities where we practicing on turf every day and everything is all perfect. So I mean, you come through here, you definitely gonna build character, especially if you come from a school where they had a lot of money and you're not used to it. Because our practice field is literally, some days it's muddy, some days it's dusty. I mean, it's conditions where where it really builds a lot of character for us, and it shows on Saturdays, because every time we touch different grass, it's almost like you letting the animal out the cage and you letting it be free almost. So
that's a pretty.
I like it, man.
Yeah, I like your comparison there, Jerrod. Let's talk a little bit about your family and the people that kind of get behind you and are rooting for you all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got so many people behind me. It's insane. Especially my entire immediate family, they're all counting on me, and they all support me very well. They got a lot of people behind me outside of family as well, like my girlfriend for one, my brothers, they all behind me, especially the ones I met at school and the ones that I had from home. So I got a lot of people behind me that always keep my mind right, keep me humble, keep me focused, always remind me of the bigger picture to what I'm working towards. And I feel like that's great for me, especially because they keep me level-headed, keep me even keeled, and it's hard for me to get distracted with everyone behind me. As far as if I need anything, as far as food, my mom always makes sure, my dad always makes sure, grandma, my aunts, uncles. So got a lot of people looking after me.
Sounds like a big family rooting you on, and you'll have one more game that I'm sure that family will be there to check you out at Georgia Military College at Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia on November 13th. What are you looking forward to with that final regular season game?
To be honest, I'm just looking forward to touching the field. Really, I love the win and everything, but from my time in Marshall, I learned especially that some things you just can't take for granted. You got to enjoy it. I definitely feel like in high school I took playing football for granted, and once it got taken away from me for a couple of years, it really knocked me back down to earth. So when I go into Saturdays, it's more like I want to win, and I want to do so good and put these ridiculous stats up. But then when I think about it from the perspective that I have been thinking about it, I always just say I'm just grateful to just touch the field one more time. So I'm just looking forward to just touching the field, and especially I'm definitely looking forward to going 10-0. It'll be the first time I ever went undefeated, but it's just like I'm trying to take it one step at a time as far as about that one.
One more big game to play. Again, that'll be November 13th for the Falcons of Lackawanna College, and then they're hoping to get one of those bids for one of the bowls, so we'll see how that works out. Well, Jerrod, great talking to one of the best wide receivers around. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and a great pleasure talking to you again. Coach Duda thinks the world of you.
All right, thank you, man. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jerrod Diggs from the Lackawanna College Falcons football team here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.